The technical phrase for twins with distinct fathers is heteropaternal superfecundation. The first physician in the United States to be awarded a medical degree, John Archer, reported the first case in 1810. A white woman who shortly after had sex with both a black and a white guy gave birth to twins, one of mixed race and the other white, according to Archer. Thank you for visiting our channel. The amazing tale of these twins who were born to two different fathers will be told to you in today's video. Come on over as we get started. Two pregnancies for the record books were not what a Texas woman had planned, but when she gave birth to twins of separate fathers about a year ago, that's what she got, along with two gorgeous sons. Their appetites are identical to each other. With their elder brothers, they enjoy playing. Mia Washington said on Thursday's Today Show, they enjoy playing with each other. Let's discuss the turmoil between the infant and Papa. What caused it to occur? A woman's ovary releases one egg each month, which can be fertilized by one sperm. However, two eggs hatched in this instance. In contrast, sperm have a 5-day maximum viable lifespan in the reproductive system. Dr. Hilda Hutcherson, a clinical professor of obstetrics and gynecology at Columbia University, told Meredith Vieira on Today that a woman can thus have sex with multiple men over those 5 days, and the sperm just kind of hang out there waiting for the egg to be released. The recently 20-year-old Washington told her partner that she had slept with another man during that 5-day period, which is how she got pregnant twice. After her partner, 44-year-old James Harrison, expressed concern about Justin and Jordan's dissimilar appearances, the mystery started to unravel. Thereafter, a paternity test. Brotherly affection. Between them, nevertheless, the guys are brothers. They are maturing in the same setting, Washington stated, and they're getting to know each other and play with each other. The babies won't know the difference, she continued. 1 in a million, as some have said, are extremely unusual instances of this kind. According to Hutcherson, however, 1 to 2% of all fraternal twins had different fathers, according to certain research. Sometimes it just fades into the background. American citizens Washington and Harrison declare their intention to wed in the future. When the kids get old enough to understand the story, they said they also intend to tell them the whole tale. The narrative has a riddle in addition to an incredible twist. The identity of the second father remains a secret. There's more too. Washington, who already has a 4-year-old son from a previous relationship, predicts that the clan will expand even further in August. She declared openly, they are going to give birth to a baby sister. What is heteropaternal superfecundation? A second ova released during the same menstrual cycle might fertilize itself further with the sperm cells of a different man during a separate sexual encounter, a phenomenon known as heteropaternal superfecundation. A request to determine the paternity of two male twins using genetic markers was received by the Grupo de Genética de Poblaciones e Identificación at Universidad Nacional de Colombia in August of 2018. The following analyses were carried out: short tandem repeat, STR, autosomal, a melogenin gene, by using commercial kits for human identification, the paternity index, and the computation and interpretation of the likelihood of fatherhood for Y-STR investigations. For twin 2, a paternity index of 2.5134E plus 7 and a 99.9999% chance of paternity were found. For twin 1, 14 out of 17 Y chromosome markers and 14 out of 21 autosomal short tandem repeats were ruled out. According to the findings, the twins' biological fathers are distinct from one another. In cases of paternity issues involving dizygotic twins, it is necessary to require the presence of both twins during testing to prevent incorrect conclusions, even if heteropaternal superfecundation is uncommon in humans. Can twins have different fathers? Rarely. A condition known as heteropaternal superfecundation can result in fraternal twins born to two different fathers. Rarely, though, instances of women being pregnant simultaneously by two separate males have been reported. A DNA paternity test can be performed after the twins are born to determine whether this is the case. To find out if the twins' fathers are different, the mother may also undergo a DNA paternity test during her pregnancy. Identical twins are what often spring to mind when you think about twins, a single egg fertilized by a single sperm that is split into two halves. These twins cannot possibly be identical. Fraternal twins, on the other hand, can have distinct appearances from one another after being fertilized by two different sperm and eggs. There are now only about 19 occurrences of heteropaternal superfecundation documented worldwide. Therefore, it is feasible for for twins to have different fathers, a process known as heteropaternal superfecundation, even if it is uncommon. How heteropaternal superfecundation occurs. Actually, rather uncommon is heteropaternal superfecundation, or the situation in which the dads of twins are different. It happens when a woman releases a second egg at the same time as her period. During a brief amount of time following the fertilization of the first egg, that egg must then be fertilized by the sperm of a different man. Basically, for this to occur, a woman must release one egg, have sex with a guy, release another egg, and then release a third egg, all inside the 12 to 24-hour time frame that marks her ovulation window. However, the period can be extended because sperm have a 5-day half-life in the body. Paternity testing after twins are born. There is no easy way to tell if fraternal twins are from different fathers because they already differ in appearance from one another because they were created from two different eggs fertilized by two different sperm. Nonetheless, a paternity test performed after the twins are born can help determine whether they have distinct fathers. After the twins are born, a DNA paternity test can be performed in one of two ways, and the results will show whether or not a guy is the child's biological father. Both the twins and the dads in question need to get the test, which can be either a cheek swab or a blood test. The tests will then be conducted in a lab to determine the father's identity and whether the twins have separate fathers. Prenatal paternity testing. Two invasive prenatal diagnostics that are seldom ever used for paternity testing are amniocentesis and CVS. You can talk about include paternity testing in the analysis if they are done for any other reason. Tests that are intrusive may raise the chance of miscarriage. For a non-invasive prenatal paternity (NIPP) test, the expectant mother's blood must be drawn in the first trimester, and the fetal DNA must then be analyzed by the lab. As previously noted, you will also need to obtain DNA from the possible dads via a cheek sample. How to have twins with different fathers. It is true that two distinct biological fathers can have twins. This oddity is known scientifically as heteropaternal superfecundation, and it's really neat. Superfecundation refers to the fertilization of two eggs by distinct mating acts during the same menstrual cycle, whereas heteroparental denotes the presence of two fathers. Stated differently, it is a phenomena in which two acts of sexual intercourse can result in the release of a second egg and the fertilization of these eggs by two distinct sources of sperm. In a nutshell, they are identical twins with an additional dimension. Hyperovulation, which is simply the release of two or more eggs from the ovaries in a single month, as compared to the typical one, is the main component. Follicles are structures that the ovaries develop at the start of a cycle. Most of these follicles degenerate by day 8 of the cycle, on average. Ovulation, which occurs when the last living one ruptures around day 14 and expels the egg, is the development of the ovum, egg. Hormones, in particular follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, control this process. It is believed that elevated levels of follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, are the cause of multiple ovulation, multiple follicle dominance, or numerous follicle development events during a single month. It is therefore possible for one egg to be expelled from each ovary, or for both eggs to be expelled from the same ovary. You may imagine the ovaries as an overbooked restaurant kitchen that has a lot of orders coming through. It's possible that you accidentally received 2 orders because of all the overwhelming feedback. This is not a bad thing. It just means that someone's stomach might get a bit fuller. With 2 eggs, 2 sperm, and 2 newborns, that is how fraternal twins are created. Because one egg splits into 2 following fertilization, identical twins are the result. Fraternal twins from different fathers share an average of 25% of their genes with each other, similar to half-siblings, while identical twins share 100% of their DNA and classic fraternals share over 50%. It is thought that the ability to double ovulate and have fraternal twins is a complicated feature impacted by both genetics and environment. Twins are known to run in families for this reason. Research on potential genesis is still in its early stages nevertheless. Age also plays a role. Younger menstruators and those who are close to menopause are more likely to have greater FSH levels. Furthermore, it's crucial to understand that 2 sperm cannot fertilize an egg. It would not be viable if there was double fertilization because there would be too much DNA in the cell. Superfecundation is the term for the situation where a woman who already has a kid falls pregnant again during a different cycle. However, as the human body inhibits ovulation during pregnancy, this is also extremely rare to occur in humans. The matter is still disputed since it is hard to gather evidence, even if there there have been few known proposed cases. Since heteropaternal superfecundation is only identified when paternity is disputed, its frequency is exceedingly rare but challenging to quantify. To emphasize, a lot of things depend on it. After double ovulation, both ovae must be fertilized using separate sources of sperm. Many people find it challenging to conceive even one kid, much less two, in a single cycle. Although this varies depending on numerous factors, couples who are trying for a child have an approximate conception rate of 30% in the first month. Multiple ovulation can be detected by ultrasound scanning. However, the frequency of fraternal twin births can usually be used to predict its incidence. Give our channel a thumbs up if you think the stuff we offer is valuable, and please share your thoughts about our story in the comments section below. To get the latest update, kindly hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.